Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back. Hope everybody is doing well. I know it's a long weekend this weekend. Probably today is your Friday because my daughter is actually so excited because she has a long weekend off. So today is her Friday. My kids actually go on spring break from this week. So I am so happy and all for having a week off from that 2-hour commute every morning and every afternoon. So thank you, Jesus. That's all I can say. You guys, today's going to be a long one. There is so much going on, so let's get straight into it. Please do not take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusion. So as you guys can see, a new response was filed in the court of Minnesota on April 11th in the lawsuit between Todd Chrisley and Without a Crystal Ball, aka KJ. You guys can just pause to read this. I'm not going to read it. I am no lawyer. I cannot interpret it, but I can only tell you what I took away from reading this. Now, to my recollection, okay, when KJ gave an update about a lawsuit with Todd Chrisley, led me to believe that she felt that his lawsuit will go nowhere because she does not have any contact or did not have any contact with a certain person involved in the case with Todd Chrisley and the government and stuff like that. But lo and behold, it has nothing to do with that, because she still said that she actually filed for a dismissal and also that nobody has gotten back to her in a few weeks in regard to a deposition and stuff like that. But in the meantime, KJ has not been responding to Todd Chrisley's attorneys. She's basically just been ignoring them. According to KJ, she's just going to sit back and wait for the judge to dismiss this case. It's like, KJ, not everything works out in your favor. You don't know everything. So maybe you should hire the appropriate legal team to actually work in your favor. Just a suggestion, that's all I'm saying. I list Uncivil Laws channel down below. He did go over it. They don't want information about the certain guy that's involved in the government case, but they want information on a video that KJ made where she stated that one of the team members of Chrisleys' Best crew actually got in contact with her and said that she believes everything that Lindsay Chrisley had said on the Dr. Phil show. So whether she's going to say now she doesn't have it or she doesn't remember who it was, only time will tell. This is what I take away from it. Lindsay Chrisley actually posted on her Instagram. It has been said that courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you cannot practice any other virtue consistently. Tonight, I'm showing up and allowing myself to be seen. Reality TV, media storms, podcasts, family feuds, divorce, legal battles, all things that I've kept quiet for most part and tried to allow the storms to pass. As I have tried to move forward in my life, I'm constantly hit with Google alerts, living in fear, anxious and tired. Chrisleys' sex tape, Chrisleys' Best is a family drama brewing, Chrisley's sisters battle of the bikinis, Chrisleys' estrangement. People seem to forget we are human too. Things aren't always as they seem and as they are reported. Last week, I will share screenshots in stories. The tape was being discussed yet again by a YouTuber that I have repeatedly asked to stop reporting on it. And what she is talking about is a post that Without a Crystal Ball, aka KJ, actually had posted on her Instagram, dredging up the deposition from Lindsay's younger brother about this whole sex tape situation. So once again, KJ can't seem to stay in her lane, in my opinion. There's facts that surround this that no one publicly knows, and for anyone to continue to report on something without all the information is reckless and a threat to my mental and emotional health. What people do not know is that I have had knowledge of the alleged tape since 2017. Police reports were filed in 2017 and 19. I currently am sitting on an extensive amount of knowledge regarding this entire situation and plan to share more information in the upcoming months. What I am going to share today is that the information that is publicly known is not factual. And in cap she says not. The involvement that I was or have been led to believe that my dad and brother had looks very different than what is reported. Misleading information is very dangerous, and this has been a huge lesson. I look forward to shedding more light on this situation in the coming months. In the meantime, I will be praying for the young woman who launched this scandal that has affected our entire life. What is done in the dark will eventually come to light. Amen, sister. Amen. Now, clearly, we know for a fact that Lindsay Chrisley is talking about, the YouTuber she's talking about is Without a Crystal Ball, aka Katie Joy, which we all know by now. Katie Joy, in her mind, is convinced that the Chrisleys, Todd and Julie, are going to jail. In my opinion, she is convinced about that. And obviously, she still cannot accept the wishes of a person that has asked her to stop reporting on a certain situation, but in true KJ fashion, she literally doubles down. It's like, what world is she living in? How old are you? Because clearly you have a brain, Katie Joy. Don't you get it? There should come a time in your life where you realize, you know what? So much is happening to me. Why me? Why am I always the common denominator? And then realize there is a problem. So what I take away from this, what Lindsay has posted, obviously Lindsay, she felt a certain kind of way. And I'm not making excuses for Lindsay at all, because once again, this is a family issue that was brought up into the public. Okay, Lindsay was upset about quite a few things. She was angry at her parents. Lindsay has done some fucked up things. But to me, she's trying to make amends. And that is absolutely fantastic. That's what we should be cheering for, is for families to reunite. And what I'm going to play for you is the podcast that Chrisley Confessions, that Todd and Julie Chrisley had done, where they speak their mind, how they feel, where they're at, including speaking about KJ. And you guys, best hearing it from the horse's mouth.
I guess our oldest daughter, Lindsay, posted on her Instagram last night. I take it as that she is stating that she now has evidence and information that shows that the articles that were written about Chase and myself extorting her with a sex tape are not true, and that she's posted the police report from the woman who actually was doing this or did this, Chelsea someone, and then I guess she is going on the defense with this trash bag out in Minnesota, Katie Joy, who seems to think that, you know, me going to trial is going to make my lawsuit go away with her, which is just how ignorant she is. She's got so many more lawsuits coming her way that I just laugh about it, because I'm excited about two that are heading her way within the next 10 to 15 days. You know, and then she wants to, this Katie Joy wants to talk about that her team. You don't have a team. You have one person who is an ass clown. That's what you have. And she wants to say that she has insurance that's going to take care of this. Anyone knows that's not ignorant that insurance companies do not pay for intentional tort.
Right.
And she keeps claiming that it doesn't matter. She can go out here and slander and defame and lie on people and all this shit, and that her insurance company is gonna pay for it if she's found liable. That ain't the way it works.
Right.
Insurance is if you do something unknowingly that harms someone else.
Right. Or something accidental.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Which is not the case. But, you know, listen, this woman is all across the board, and I truly do believe that there's a mental illness there. I think there's something mental with this woman, because she can't even keep up with the lies that she tells. And, you know, this whole thing about, you know, she's going to do this and she's going to do that, and posting witness tampering or whatever. First off, I don't know who she's talking about because I try not to even think about that trash. But at any rate, she just posts all this cryptic shit that people send me on Instagram, and they laugh at her. I mean, how sad is it to know that so many people, now not a ton of people know who she is, and that's a blessing. But think about the percentages of people that does know who she is that laugh at her. Mm-hmm. They're not. There's a difference that being when someone laughs with you versus laughing at you, and when you're being laughed at, that's insulting, or it should be. You should be insulted by that. But for some reason, this bizarre woman takes pride in being laughed at. I mean, people laugh at her appearance. People laugh at what she's wearing. People laugh at the lies that she tells because she can't keep up with them. People make fun of her when it comes to things like that. And she just acts like it's flattery. She acts like that everything's good. And it would appear as if she is refuting Katie Joy's claim that she has made repeatedly that she and Lindsay are friends. I think, I don't think I know from the Post, that Lindsay has stated, I have told this YouTuber to not mention my name. And here she is drudging it up again. So I look forward to these other lawsuits hitting that are going to certainly prove what my lawsuit claims all along from the beginning. I'm not interested in all of the chatter about, my lawsuit is baseless and whatever. I don't care about the bot accounts that she uses. I don't care about the people that she has to post things. I wouldn't even know because I don't even go on Twitter. I mean, that I stay away from Twitter because it's just a waste of my time. But, people send me things, and so I do try to clean out those boxes. What I want to say publicly is that I'm glad that Lindsay has found whatever this evidence is that she says that she has and that she's been sitting on for months. I hate that she has gone through what she has gone through. I love her with all of my heart and soul. That has never changed. And I pray for full healing and peace. I just don't know that Lindsay owes an explanation to the world about anything that she does or that she did or that has occurred. People that live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, and that's all of us.
That's true.
For us as a family, our door is always open, has always been open to Lindsay. And like I said, we love her. And what she's posted, I don't know where this is coming from, but, I'm glad that she has that clarity, that she has whatever information it is that she has. And, I wish her huge success always. And I couldn't be more proud of how successful she's been with her podcast. She's always been an amazing mother. I think that Lindsay's post goes a long way for healing with Chase, because Chase was very hurt over the allegations that he had tried to blackmail or extort or whatever from Lindsay about this sex tape. I think that this truth
because for those of you who have followed this story, those of you who are just hearing about it for the first time, we have never seen a sex tape. Chase, Todd, anybody in this family has never been in possession of a sex tape. They have never... None whatsoever. No. So I think that is important for us to get on the record that we don't know if there's a sex tape, if there's not a sex tape. And it's none of our business whether it is or whether it isn't.
I want to also say before I start reading this, I couldn't be more proud of how eloquent she writes and how articulate she is. Now let's talk about that for a second. Is that what this trash bag Katie Joy is doing is affecting her emotional and mental health. Mm-hmm. So this Katie Joy has been placed on notice that what she's doing is harming Lindsay.
Right.
Because, I guess what has stirred this up is that this Katie Joy posted last week a copy of Chase's deposition in another case where Chase says he knows nothing about this. He has never seen a tape, none of that. I guess that prompted her to write all of this. What I'm going to say is my attorneys have told me that the sex tape didn't exist. This was a farce. This was someone trying to blackmail Lindsay by claiming that there was a sex tape. Writing these articles hoping to gain followers or hoping to get clicks so that you can pay your bills. That's all that these tabloids do and these bloggers do. And you should thank us for giving you something to write about, because otherwise you have no career. I mean, what the hell does this one in Minnesota have? I mean, look at the background of her house. I mean, she needs to spend less time on there worrying about. This woman needs to spend time cleaning up her house. That's what she needs to do. She needs to clean her house, take care of her child, stop lying, stop denying being a racist. Now she's saying that she's not a racist. Well, then I've got all this other information that people have sent me and I'm going to state, I am repeating what I'm saying, I'm repeating what I've been told, and I'm not stating this to be a fact. I'm just repeating that she has been accused of being a racist, and so has her husband. And clearly she has been accused, based on all the lawsuits and the others that are coming, that she has lied on people. The whole claim of, her attorney sending emails to the FBI that we have in our possession, sending a copy of the lawsuit that I filed against her to the FBI, that like she's a protected class, like she's a witness. What are you a witness to? You've never met me. You know nothing about me other than what you have generated in your head and that you have made up. Let's go back to the insurance thing. She wants to claim that she has insurance that takes care of this stuff. Well, if she had insurance, she didn't list that in our lawsuit.
Right.
She didn't list that she was covered by insurance, because that's something we would want to know, because she doesn't have anything. So the insurance company would be where we would want to go if we're awarded a settlement. And she has not disclosed that. So it just, as the world turns. And then I think a couple of weeks ago, she was going after Emily Baker. Now, for all of you who don't know who this Emily Baker is, I guess she's like a legal analyst. She has a podcast, and I don't know if she's a blogger, but I think she's an attorney by trade. And I guess that she reports on all the lawsuits that are being filed against, this trash bag. I think that she was going after her, acting like she's a victim now because someone's coming after her.
I know.
I mean, literally, this woman stalked Lindsay, started trying to buy clothes like Lindsay, started trying to buy jewelry like Lindsay. Of course, it was the knockoff version of both. But it's just bizarre. I mean, it's literally stalkerish behavior. And I would encourage Lindsay to file a restraining order, or to, there's got to be a stalking law in the state. I know there is in Georgia, and there's got to be one in Minnesota. And people need to file. People should, if they feel threatened by this woman, if she's harming their mental health, which is ironic because she claims to be an advocate for women, but yet she's constantly trying to destroy women. It's because she has such a self-loathing with her appearance and herself personally, that she goes after women. And it's really sad. I mean, someone sent me an article where she claimed that some police officer raped her, and then she lists this guy's name. And so I don't even know what the whole deal is with that, because I try not to read all this stuff that comes in. I just click forward and send it all to my attorneys. But, this woman there's a mental illness or something here. So, with that being said, that's what our morning started out with. So if Lindsay is listening, I want to say, Lindsay, I love you. Whatever it is that you're going through, then I'm sorry for that. I'm here if you need us.
So wasn't that hilarious and also eye-opening? But I also think Todd Chrisley did make a mistake in saying that he read an article where Katie Joy had accused a police officer of the R word. It wasn't actually the police officer, it was actually somebody else. So maybe Todd Chrisley should actually get his information correct first and not put himself in a bind. That was just my observation. I cannot wait to hear what you guys have to say, because all I can say is I had a good laugh, and especially when he calls her a trash rag. Thank you guys so much. Please be safe out there. Have a wonderful weekend. Be kind to one another, and don't forget, make good memories. Bye guys.